Hey guys, welcome back to the channel Destiny Manifest. Today we have a video for those of you who might be experiencing slow sales, whether you're doing KDP, and especially if you're doing no content books. Now before we get into it, make sure that you give the video a like, you subscribe to the channel, and also share this video with anybody who you think can gain some value from it. With that, let's get into it.
So guys, in our opinion, no content books is actually the hardest book model in the whole Kindle publishing space. And why is that? It's because it's way too accessible. It's easily accessible to everyone. In fact, most people who are doing KDP publishing, they're publishing those lined journals, lined notebooks, they're doing blank sketchbooks, and basically the barrier to entry is just too low. On top of that, it's free to start, and then it's free to start with KDP in general, so it's free, and then it's fast to produce these type of books. So it really appeals to people who want to make fast money, right? Some of them will use programs that'll help them to publish hundreds of books per day, so they're pumping out 1,000 books a week, and then they just end up flooding the Amazon platform with the same books. They're all publishing the same books, different covers.
When you make a no content book, you're competing with millions of similar books. You either have to really niche down into a sub niche that's highly profitable, which is still pretty tough, or you have to pump out thousands of books per year just to compete and make a few sales, as well as price them really low. Guys, not to mention that when you're competing with no content books, consider that you're also competing with not only the other little guy like you who's also doing KDP, but you're competing with Hilroy, you're competing with just established brands of notebooks or sketchbooks, and a lot of the time it's really hard to price match them as well. So there's a lot of disadvantages to doing no content books. If you think of yourself and how you are as a buyer, would you buy your notebook over some of the more known brands? I don't personally buy notebooks that are not spiral bound. So books that are on KDP that are notebooks would not appeal to me personally. So these are also things to consider. You really have to think in terms of your buyer as well as terms of your market, because you can just really end up wasting your time.
And that's the thing too, on this channel, I'm pretty sure we've mentioned this at least in a podcast, that we've never claimed to make money with no content books. They are too hard. We have both tried. We've both put out, I tried my best with this, especially in the beginning when we first got into publishing. I tried my best with really nice covers. We both tried blank sketchbooks, comic books and stuff with the really nice panels. They didn't sell at all. The money for us is in low content books and high content books. There's just less competition because less people are willing to write or commission books in these models. That's especially true for high content books. Many people who do KDP, they are not writing high content books, or they're not paying a ghostwriter to do that. So in business, guys, there's no such thing as something that's truly free. You're either paying with your time or you're paying with your money. There's no way around that. That's part of the reason we don't really believe in the no content model. I've never heard of anyone who built an empire or even just replaced their income with no content books personally.
And if they have, trust and believe this person was there during the nascence of KDP. So they were probably one of those first people who got in. They pretty much innovated an idea, said, I'm going to make these really cool, interesting, quirky covers, and I'm going to sell a bunch of no content books. They were some of the first to do it, and they really got their feet in, and they were able to do that. I don't think that anyone in 2021 is really going to make a lot of money, if at all, on no content books. In 2021, that's just kind of, it's kind of hard to do. It's not to say that it's impossible. Maybe there is a business model that or just a niche that we haven't thought of or something. But, if you're going to be doing it just the standard route, you're not going to make any money. Just being honest, it's a harsh truth. Guys, this is also coming from people who, we had, I don't know if you guys have watched our videos before. If you haven't, watch our playlist, especially the one with KDP, our free KDP course playlist. We said that we had our retail business, our physical store, for 10 years. This is coming from people who have 10 years of experience with a physical store, and even more experience than that, just, doing retail in general. And we're coming to you telling you that there's not really a business model where you can put no money in and get a bunch of money out. That's just not possible. We also have because the pandemic basically closed us down, and we moved to strictly doing online, which is doing really well for us right now. The products that sell the most are the ones that we custom make. We actually put money in, we invest in having products designed, we have custom exclusive products, and then afterwards those are the ones that our customers love, and that costs money. It's not free. I also have to use my experience as an art student. I use those skills for graphic design, and I design products as well. So it's like you have to have either skills or you have to pay out, but in some way you have to invest in your products, including your books. So don't be afraid to get services if you need them, or if you're a writer yourself, take the time to write your books, write higher content books,
Yeah, and just getting back to our brick and mortar store that turned into our online stores, like T said, our most lucrative products have always been our exclusive and custom made products. Like, we started out drop shipping on Shopify when it was really hot a couple years ago. We gave that a try, and you know what? Everyone was selling the same things. And people did marketing better than we did. We didn't understand marketing at the time. So we struggled to make money, and we didn't really make much at all. It was incredibly discouraging, in fact. Online seemed so much harder. It wasn't until we actually opened our Etsy shop and put some of our own custom design products on Etsy that we saw just how much people loved our own things that we took the time to make, things that we invested in having designed. And that's when we were able to make nearly $100,000 working part-time on Etsy in only around 8 months. That's when we gained more confidence in our custom products, and we started producing more of them. And then we put them on our Shopify, and last December, we had our first 60K month on Shopify. Never would have happened if we were doing what everyone else was doing, which is super easy, which was just using Oberlo and uploading a mass amount of products that everyone puts on their Shopifys from AliExpress. Do your own thing. Go the road that's less traveled. Go the road that costs a little money. That's where the money is. The money's not in doing what if everyone could do something that's quick and easy and cheap and fast, and everyone would be millionaires, right? And that's not the case. The golden, ticket to making money online is custom stuff, invest in your business, and just giving people something that's valuable that you can't find everywhere. I don't know if we stressed that enough on this channel, so I'm glad we did this video to share that.
Another thing is that quality is everything when it comes to your book. There's no working around that. People who share KDP advice with others like us can only give you general knowledge that we have about the business model, or give you advice based on what worked for us. But here's the thing, all of our books are high quality. Well, the first ones we started with were of lesser quality, but you get the point. The books that actually sell for us currently are all high quality, low and high content books. And guys, those first few books that we uploaded, they are just to kind of get you going and to get you familiar with the platform and how to do it. After that, you have to just strictly go for quality, and that's it. We're coming from a place where we assume that your books are high quality as well.
Yeah, that's the only way that KDP Publishing works, to our knowledge, definitely. And in a podcast we did on this channel, we spoke of a man who published 800 no and low content books and made only $50 in a month. And we talked about how that was a total waste of time, how, he's not valuing his time. If you're going to take the time to go through that uploading process on KDP, uploading takes a little bit of time. And you're going to do that 800 times to only come out with $50. We're sure that you have skills that are worth way more than $50. So, it really only
selling
takes
yourself short.
Yeah, for sure. We like to stress quality over quantity on this channel. We're not the type to be have hundreds and hundreds of books. It only takes one book to change your life. You can look at the author named Jen Sincero, I believe, She's the author of You Are a Badass: How to Stop Doubting Your Greatness and Start Living an Awesome Life. It only took that one book for her to totally blow up, you know, and start earning hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars from one book. So I think that the idea of the thousands of books that you need or the hundreds of books is a myth.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It is. I want to talk a little bit about niches. In terms of niches, for those of you who are confused as to which niche to publish in, think about what you're passionate about and what you would buy a book for, or why you would buy a book. If you can look at your book catalog and honestly say that I wouldn't buy any of my books, that's a good sign to know that you probably will not do very well in selling those books. Your books aren't going to sell very well. If you don't want your own books, that means why should anyone else want them as well, right?
Yeah.
Take into consideration what you do as a career or what some of your hobbies are. Make books with those niches in mind, because that's the real, you know, you're gonna know certain things that that you need for that certain hobby or for that certain interest or that certain career choice. If you're a teacher, maybe you need a book full of your students, you know, so that you can make little notes on where they need to improve or put little whatever it is. I'm not sure. I was never a teacher, but it's up to teach you guys, of course, online, how to make money. But I was never a teacher in a classroom teaching kids or something like that. You have some knowledge, some inside knowledge of what a teacher would need if that was your career.
Or
right?
a passion, like, or publish your passions as well. Publish books and the things that you are truly, I'm just going off of what you said too, but
true.
like basically publish books that you're passionate about. People are always putting out those videos, and we're a little guilty of them too sometimes, but that's more just to show you guys what's possible. But there's videos out there where people say, oh, best niches, most profitable niches. The best niche is the niches where you're interested in the subject, or you know about the subject, right?
You're gonna know what people who are also interested in that niche would want. So don't just waste your time, guys. Your time is a resource that you can never ever get back. So the last thing that you want to do is spend a bunch of time doing something that is so unprofitable. It's like your time is better spent watching TV because at least it's enjoyable for you, you know?
Or learning a different business model. Like,
Right?
KDP is something we're passionate about because we're doing it right now. But we were like a couple years ago, and even now, I'm still interested in Etsy. Etsy is still out there and it's still an amazing business model, especially if you look on the like printable side or like the print on demand products. There's Shopify. Oh man, there's freelancing. There's so many things you can do online. It doesn't have to be books if that's not your thing. Like, that's, I think that's another thing
We
people
love
don't realize.
books. That's
We
the
actually
thing.
like books.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
So books are fun to us. If books are
Mhm.
not fun to you, but you are looking to make money, there's more enjoyable and easier ways. So look
Mhm.
around, see what works for you. Affiliate marketing, it could be YouTube cash cow channels. I think that's another thing. If you're not interested in books, I like, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
It's not worth it.
I wouldn't touch it. If I'm not interested in something, at least like remotely, I am not going to touch it because I know that I'm not going to be successful. I can't commit. You have to really know yourself. This takes knowing yourself. I know that I'm not going to commit myself to doing something that I really don't enjoy doing. Know yourself, know what you can commit to, and and do that. It's not to this isn't to discourage anybody, but this is just like a hard truth that we really feel that needs to get out there because a lot of people aren't really being too realistic with themselves. There's tons of great models out there, just like Jay said, but you have to pick the one that's right for you. That's going to determine whether it works for you or not. It has to be something that you get up in the morning and you're excited about. It can't be something that it's like, okay, well, let me just try this because other people are doing it and other people are making money. No, you have to be passionate about it. Anything that you do, you have to at least have some kind of interest in it because that's gonna make you committed to doing it.
And to doing a good job. You don't have to force somebody to put out quality work when they truly enjoy something. People tend to be good at the things that they love because they do them so much. So that's like,
This
yeah,
is just basically a way to make money off of your passions.
exactly. And it's okay to not like books that much. Like, there's so many things out there. There's, that's the thing. Like, there's just abundance out there. think of the things you're passionate about, you can make money on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I did want to kind of add that the whole idea of like the fast, easy money business of KDP that's sometimes promoted by like people online and stuff like that, it's sadly a myth. KDP is not easy. It's definitely simple. It's simple to get down, just like the process and everything like that. And you can start with no money, which is really awesome, but you build up your business over time. So if you've put out a few books, even a couple dozen books, and you're not seeing the results that you want just yet, just keep going, and you'll get better at it. You'll produce higher quality books over time. Your covers will get better, your titles will get better, your research will get better.
Mm-hmm.
You'll eventually, from the profits that you make from your books, you'll be able to save and invest in tools that can really help to skyrocket your business. We invested in research tools, and I found niches that have made us thousands of dollars, and I was shocked that these niches even existed. It took getting that research tool to be like, did you know this exists?
Yeah, you don't
And we
know
get
what you
so
don't
excited
know.
about it. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you exactly. You
So
don't
that's where you
know.
can really lose out when when you choose to go the cheap route and say, well, I'm not investing in anything, to help me to really grow this. And then afterwards you wonder, why aren't I doing well? Well, you don't know what niches are hot right now. You don't know what are upcoming niches that are becoming bigger right now. So it's just, you have to be willing to invest in yourself and invest in your business. And I would add to the what you said in the beginning, where you have to invest in your business, or you have to invest in your time as well. This doesn't work really if you don't have the skills that are required for high quality KDP books. Investing as much time as you want to, but you don't really have the best writing skills. Investing all the time you want, but you don't have good graphics design skills. You don't have editing skills. You can't write copy for your book description. You're gonna have to hire out
Mm-hmm.
guys. You
Mm-hmm.
have to. You can't be afraid when you're committed to, I'm gonna make money and I'm gonna run this successful business and I'm gonna make high quality books. If you don't have the skills to make these books, you have to hire those out, or you have to invest in courses that are going to help you be able to do that. This is a hard truth, and some people don't like the sound of, oh, taking money out of my pocket. I really don't want to do that, but guys, this is serious. They treat it like a real business.
Thank
This
you.
we've been entrepreneurs for a decade, coming on, like, has it been like a decade and a half now, maybe?
I feel like it has because
Yeah,
we
like
did start like
when we
even
were
as
children, when we were
children.
like,
Yeah.
we were literally like teenagers when we started our first business. So it's like,
And even
from
before
then
that.
we started investing in our business, and we knew that the first thing that we had to do was invest. And you can't be afraid to invest money into your own self, into your own business. If you can't do that, you don't have faith in yourself, and you don't
Yeah.
have faith in your business. And I don't know why you're in the, and I'm sorry if it sounds like I'm yelling, but we just really want to get this across. You don't have any business starting a business if you don't believe in yourself and you don't believe in your business. I'm sorry.
Because I think that's the main reason. We've said this before, but it's okay. We'll just keep hammering it in. It's programming. When you are afraid to spend money on your own self to learn things that you don't know, you're just basically subconsciously telling yourself that I'm gonna suck at this. It's gonna be a waste of money. I'm not gonna be able to make any money, and I'm afraid to take money out of my pocket because it's not coming back. That's what you're saying. You're saying this money, if I take it out to go learn something, it won't come back to me because I'm not good enough. And that's really sad. And I understand. Like I get it. Like when we started online, even though we had all this experience with like brick and mortar stores and trade shows and stuff like that, it was scary getting online. Getting online and starting our Shopify store. Like I said, we started with drop shipping. Drop shipping is kind of been dead, but we didn't know it at the time. It was hot and we didn't do well. And I was like, this is so hard. I don't know what to do. I went on to Etsy. We started making sales the first day with our own products. That's when I was like, wait a minute. Wait, it's not us. Wait, we can make money online. We started putting up a bunch of products on Etsy and stuff like that. That's what grew our confidence. We're like,
Mm-hmm.
people love our stuff. We can do this. And so maybe it takes that too. Sometimes it
Yeah,
takes like,
that first success.
definitely.
Yeah.
And then you get faith in yourself and you're like, you know what? I can do this again. I can repeat this. And you just keep growing businesses and getting better. And it's such a cool feeling. But it takes that first win. But you can't give up. If you give up, you'll never have that win. If you never start, you'll never have that win. Winners and people who are successful, they lose a lot more than losers, than quote losers. Because quote losers never start, right? They never start because they don't want to fail. Trust us. We have failed so many times. We just don't give up. We're really, I feel like I call it stubborn. We're super stubborn. Our brick and mortar store, we've had to revamp it and innovate so many times. It could have died so many times.
Oh yeah, there's a story with we have to have a whole podcast about that because that's been the reality of our entrepreneurship journey. It's
Yeah.
just been innovation, innovation, innovation.
People would copy us nonstop because we've always been really good at niche research.
Market research.
Market
Yes,
research.
yes.
Yes. Thank you. Niche and market research. So people would take our ideas and then they would undercut us, and they had more money to invest in business. So, you know, they would kind of knock us out of our
Big box stores would knock
Thank
us
you.
off. Yeah, big box stores, and we didn't have any patents for anything. So it's like these big box stores, they could knock us off. We were kids. We didn't really know too much about that stuff.
Mhm.
So when people would copy us, there was just kind of nothing we could do but do something else.
Thank you. We never said, you know what? I give up. Never. Never. You just have to be that way. If just believe in yourself and just be stubborn about your belief in yourself. You have to like be aggressively confident in yourself.
Call it ego or something, but and that confidence doesn't stem from, it can't just be based on nothing too, because if you're confident that you won't do what it takes, if you're confident that like I usually stop midway through anything, then you're not going to have the faith in yourself, obviously. Like if you buy a course, you're not going to make any money until you actually implement what the course says to do. The person who made the course is not going to do the work for you. That's a lot of the reason why people of course there's scammers out there, so be wary. Like the people that come into the screen all flashy with $1,000, the last $1,000 in their bank account, and they're swinging it around and saying, hey, you can make this money in 2 minutes. Like, of course you have to have discernment, but there's some people who say courses don't work, and really what they mean is I don't work.
Yeah.
I don't do the work. I bought this course and I was really excited the first day, but then afterwards I just kind of, all of that motivation kind of fizzled out of me, and that course is just sitting on my computer now, and I feel like I've been gypped. But you gypped yourself because you refused to stick to it, to actually do what the course says, and to really just keep going. Because the information is usually, if it's from somebody who's actually done what they've said that they've done, that information is valid. That information, that's the formula they've given to you, that if you follow that, you're going to see at least, maybe not the same success that they did, but you're going to see some of that success. And then traveling along that route, if you make different innovations to your own business, then you can do even better than them. There's people who have their students supersede them all the time. You can tell the information works. It's like, do you work? So sorry for this rant.
No, it's gold.
But if this helps even one person,
Yeah.
we've done our job. Like, I don't like to hear when people kind of come back to us and say, after doing the free course, I have like a few, no content books or something like that, and they're not selling. I hate to hear that. It's like, I don't want you wasting your time. So it's like, even if you want to go and do a few freelancing jobs before you invest in, creating a really good quality book, like, please do that. Please don't waste your time not making any money. You don't get time back. Time is so important. So that's it for me.
And that's a good way of ending it off too. Time is so important. Don't waste it doing what is incredibly hard. And don't choose a great business model like KDP and then choose the hardest model. Why are you going to screw yourself over by starting with no content? Everybody does no content. And everybody complains that, hey, I'm not making any sales. No content is hard. it seems like words would be hard. Like it seems like oh, high content, oh my god, or like even some types of
daunting.
Yeah, even some types of low content are like, oh, that seems really difficult. No, those are the easy ones because barely anyone wants to go there. There's room there. There's space to grow. No content. I mean, I tried like a handful of books and I was done.
Me too.
And I've never went back.
That was
and I have no regrets.
fairly quick. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, ooh, this seems attractive. I was like, ooh, it's free. You don't have to pay anybody to make this book for you. You can make it yourself, and it's fast. You can make it in a day. And then it was like, never mind.
But you know what? I'm glad that I never made any money from my no content books, because I can't imagine. It was boring. It was boring as hell.
It was boring.
Sorry, guys. I was so passionate about like the books that actually did well for us. I've been so passionate about them that it's like it makes you want to do more of those, and you get more success because you're giving a lot of value. I have no passion for no content books, and so in the long term, it's like I'm glad that I got that, you know, that we got that experience and that like we learned how to upload books and publish to KDP and stuff. But at the end of the day, I'm so glad that those books that we were actually passionate about, those were the ones that we saw success in, and those were the ones that we keep on doing.
Exactly. That comes with publishing in your passion. But yeah, don't waste your time. I think that was a really good way to end it before, so we'll end it by saying that again. Do things that make you happy. Do things that are profitable, that actually are fulfilling. Period. If you found value in this, I want to call it like a motivational rant podcast, then please give the video a like. We definitely hope that this helps even one person. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.